Welcome back to the Devil May Cry 4 playthrough. We're on part 14. And judging by that mission title, we're going to be having another rematch with Berial.
Pandora's box.
Yep, time to get the better techniques for it. I won't be able to afford both of them though.
What did that just turn into a Spartan? Huh?
Yeah. Basically what happens is that when you hold the square button, you're locked into place and you can't move, and you have to put in a specific combination in order to transform it first into the rocket launcher, and then once you buy that technique there, you can get the laser cannon by inputting another combination after you've input the first combination. You have to be on the ground to do these.
And I guess you're left vulnerable as well.
Yeah, you're wide open. If you're in the air when you just use Pandora's basic gun attack, it's the Gatling gun.
Oh, great.
Well, you're not getting out.
That's not the only problem.
Well, at least the fan stopped. Wait, poisonous gas?
I love that line. Where Dante's like fed up here. Because like, not only is he trapped down here, but now it's poison gas. And yes, that says draining your health bit by bit.
What if you just let a match in here?
Boom. And of course they put a damn combat adjudicator in here, and I think you need to get to smoking in order to break this one.
Oh,
all the while your health is draining. This was here earlier as Nero, but you can't break it as Nero. You have to be playing as Dante.
Right, okay.
There's a small green orb to the right of the combat adjudicator, which you will be picking up after you're done here, because this does take quite a bit of your health by the time you break it.
Is there no other is there no combo with Dante that gets the stylish rank meter up a significant amount, like compared to like Nero's Devil Bringer?
It really all depends on the attack. There's an attack he has with the gauntlets and Swordmaster where if you do a backwards stinger motion with the style button, there's a very long start up to it, but he like primes his arm back and then punches into the enemy and launches them really high.
I see.
But it leaves you wide open, and there's a lot of start up to it. As you can see here, they leave some green orbs out for you in order to recover your health. Because your health meter is the timer in this area. And now we need to deal with the cutlasses as Dante.
Are they just a pain in the ass as they were as Nero?
Yeah, because you don't have... I think they're even worse as Dante, because you don't have the charge shot to instantly knock them out of the ground.
Well,
now that gauge underneath Swordmaster at the top of the left of the screen there is the disaster gauge. You gain this by successfully getting off attacks with Pandora, which allows you to perform specific moves with gunslinger style. The most powerful attack Pandora has when the disaster gauge is full is a move where Dante sets it down on the ground and just opens it up exactly like Pandora's box, and it's essentially a screen nuke.
Ah. So it could be an alternative, so you don't want to use the holy water.
There's a lot of start up to it though, and you need a full disaster gauge for the most amount of damage. In order to use the screen nuke attack with Pandora, you need to do a forward stinger motion with the style button.
Right.
And if you hold backwards, if you do a backward stinger motion with the style button, that boomerang we saw him chopping up the giant frogs with, he uses that instead.
Okay.
And if you just press circle, he gets into the mech, and when you press circle it fires missiles. The more disaster gauge you have, the more missiles it will fire.
Now, because we got Pandora, is that what that purple bar is between your two health?
Yeah, I was just explaining that. You're not paying attention. Yeah, that's the purple gauge is below the health bar. At the top is the disaster gauge.
What about the bar that's where it shows your styles?
Guard, bottom left. I love this. Dante's like, fuck this.
Yeah, fuck your Mario Party.
Yeah, you don't have to do this.
Good.
That was one of my favourite moments when I was going through the game, just because of how funny it is. Now, I would actually recommend just ignoring these guys, because depending on their AI, they can be really annoying to fight in this area. Yeah. Yeah, I love off-screen attacks, don't you? Totally not unfair in any way, shape, or form.
You would think that they would fix this after Devil May Cry 1, you would think. You know what I mean?
The reason I got hit off screen there is because they were already priming their attack. They were on camera and had been starting their attack, so they were already starting it. So at this point, I'm like, yeah, fuck this. I don't have time to deal with these swords.
When's this poisonous gas ever gonna go?
Yeah, we have to get beyond where it actually reaches at.
So there's no off switch to drain it or anything like that?
Nope. It's all about getting to a specific... That damn cutlass knocked me out of my mid-air attack with Gilgamesh. If you just do a triangle... If you just press triangle in the air with Gilgamesh, you'll do a dive kick. Kind of like what Virgil does with Beowulf in his second boss fight. We got the Angelos along with the cutlasses, which is a very annoying combination. You got these guys trying to attack you along the altos who can... They can actually knock you out of the air as well.
I can imagine Dante trying to enter his inner Eggman and say, "Get a load of this!"
Yeah, the mech form of Pandora does not mesh well with the damn cutlasses. No, wait, the gladiuses. The gladiuses are the spinning swords. The cutlasses are the ones that are, like, swimming around in the ground.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Standing there like, I'm going to get you.
If you're not very good at the combinations and stuff, you could just like wiggle the stick like in a circle, I believe, and it's very lenient when it comes to the inputs. The shotgun does the most damage to these things at close range.
Well, I would imagine so.
Yeah, it isn't just that, but it's just that it's very effective against them in general. You can one or two shot them depending on how close you are.
Wow, you're taunting this magical sword.
Well, I need to get my style meter up because it's kind of difficult to get it up at this point in this mission because of the annoying enemy layouts.
Ah, no key item, but here's a bunch of red orbs.
Yeah, all the red orb batches that Nero finds are in the exact same spot when he plays Dante. And you don't have to activate that. Because we're not going back to the waterfall. We're going somewhere else. If you miss the blue fragment as Nero, you can get it here as Dante as well.
Alright, that's good. At least they have that.
That's one of the things Pandora, you can use Pandora to do with Gunslinger. As long as you have enough disaster gauge, you can float in the air infinitely, so you can float out towards the red orb. No, the blue orb fragment.
What's it, that purple gem there? At the
No,
back
it's just a background orb there.
Oh, I thought it was a key item that you had to get.
Now that I'm not dealing with the gladiuses, along with these guys, it's a bit easier to raise my style meter.
He's like, oh shit, he's blocking my guns. He's blocking my pistols and sword. How do you retaliate? Fucking bazooka.
No, it's even funnier in the new Doom game, like where there's shield guys, but you can just cut right through them with a chainsaw. Yeah, there are. Once he deflects the attack like that, get away from him. Because he will just immediately counter with it. I think this is the last part of the poisonous gas area.
Hope so. You don't want to be constantly going through this draining hell for any entire chapter.
Because we do still have a boss fight at the end of the stage as well. Oh man, why do I have to deal with this all the time?
Oh, more of the same enemies we fought before.
Yeah. We've pretty much seen all of the regular enemies in the game, actually, so there isn't really going to be anything new at this point.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, for Dante, because he doesn't have the Devil Brainer, which is the circle button is for style actions depending on your style choice.
Yeah. You get different... It all depends on what combination you input, along with how much you've leveled up the style as well. Like, if you do a stinger motion with the style button when you're in Trickster style, as long as you're at least level 3, I believe, with Trickster style, he'll do a teleport towards the enemy.
Is there a way to tell which level you're actually on?
No, you have to check your skills from the menu.
Ah.
But once you've leveled them up to max, you'll always be at level 4 for all the styles.
So, 4's the max?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the 4, that's one of the special moves Trickster does. You can actually run up the enemy and run off them.
Ah.
Stuntman style.
Aye. No, or ribbon landing style, if you want to call it stunt double.
Fitting good as a stuntman. You can also, again, just like the original gauntlets and Beowulf and Devil May Cry 3, you can charge up every hit of the Gilgamesh gauntlets. The Gauntlet is returning for Devil May Cry 5 and it has a different name. I think it's called Balrog.
But it functions exactly the same.
It has new kick. I think there's a new system where you can switch between kicking and punching motions for it, actually.
You gotta get to a triple S.
Showdown! Come on.
Aww.
I hate when they when they dive away like that at the last minute. There's the laugh taunt.
Too bad though, when you change those gauntlets, you get those little bat wings that do jack squat.
That's another thing. Dante's voice is slightly warped when he's in Devil Trigger as well.
Well, I think it was because in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, when it was Dante and Virgil, had some sort of distorting, like,
yeah, that's
vocal
what I mean.
effect.
Like, yeah, because they're in devil form, they sound a little different.
Aye.
They have that back for 5 as well.
Boinky, boinky, boinky.
Yeah, even in this game, Trickster was nerfed slightly. You can only dash once on the ground, even if you have Trickster stat at level 4. In Devil May Cry 3, when you got Trickster to level 3, you could dash 3 times on the ground.
Can you imagine if he went so fast up those stairs and then he just tripped at the last one?
Sakurai!
Before we continue on,
Triple jump.
Oh, triple jump up here.
Yeah, you only get the triple jump when you're in Devil Trigger.
Okay.
You can also dash twice in midair with Trickster when you're in Devil Trigger.
Is there a way to turn Devil Trigger? Okay, then you just pretty much answered that there was a way
turn
to
it
turn
off
off
anytime you want.
without having to wait for it to drain.
Yeah. Let's destroy all these chairs again, shall we?
And on the side though, it's pushing with rain.
Well, Scotland, what else do you expect? I love that combo so much, where he spins it around him.
That one there, I see it.
That's back in 5, I'm so glad. He actually transitions into the million stabs again for 5.
And Dante can't stand chairs.
They're a symbol of him not being able to go anywhere, because he has to sit in one spot on a chair.
Hey, we're back at Hogwarts.
No, we're not.
Oh, yes we are. You don't remember? There you are. Hogwarts. Yeah. This is the bridge. This is the way up to the great. This is the equivalent of the big wooden bridge.
Oh wait, I forgot about. These are the last new enemies we'll be dealing with. I believe they're called basilisks.
Basilisks?
Yeah.
The basilisk is supposed to be snakes. That looks more like a dog.
Yeah. It's a flaming demon dog.
That shoots fireballs.
Yeah. These guys can be really annoying because sometimes they'll shoot the fireball in a way. You know how in games where you hold a direction and the game detects where you're going to be when a projectile is in the air? It does that thing.
Ah.
But yeah, here I am trying to show off Pandora, but the thing is, it's really difficult to show that move off effectively without getting interrupted. Even with a full disaster gauge, I was having trouble getting all the missiles out. Maybe I was just pressing the wrong button. But yeah, if you need to build up the disaster gauge for Pandora, just fly into the air and do the Gatling gun attack. The Gatling gun attack is your basic square command with Pandora.
Right. Okay.
As long as you're in the air. When you're standing on the ground, it just turns into the rocket launcher.
Right.
And you have to be holding the fire button in order to be able to input the commands in order to change it to the upgraded rocket launcher, then the laser cannon. The laser cannon does the most damage, but it has the most recovery.
Upgraded rocket launcher because the original one wasn't just bad enough.
No, all Dante needs to do is beat the game in less than 3 hours on normal difficulty to get it.
Get the infinite one.
There is a very well hidden secret mission off to the right, I believe, somewhere. It's near the top end of this part, actually. But I didn't... yeah, up to the right over there. Like, you saw at the very right corner, there was a red orb fragment.
You know, Dante would be an absolute master in the Olympics with all that jumping. Come on.
These guys don't actually ever bite you. Their only form of attack is to just shoot the fireballs at you.
Kind of a bit of a letdown considering, well, the bloody dogs.
Yeah. Would you rather have them be like the damn remake dogs?
Or
I hate those things.
the Agiles in Resident Evil 5.
Oh, those things were fucking lethal.
Oh, I just wanted to do a little bark before Dad died. And never say goodbye. Ever say goodbye to Hogwarts.
Next year, when we come back to the Dementors.
Or the scissors. What do you call them again in Devil May Cry? One of the ones with the
Sin
cloaks?
scissors.
Sin scissors.
Yeah. Those things are coming back for 5, and I think from what they showed off in the trailer where they were revealed, they seem to be a lot beefier than they were in 1.
Interesting.
Yeah, like they'll probably take a lot more damage to kill, because they were really easy to deal with in the first game.
Let me guess, the red orb bank that we saw in here as Nero, it won't be there anymore?
No. Now, if you just jump straight across from the bridge there's a... It's very hard to reach, but there is a blue orb fragment across a gap.
Oh, it is back. I thought this would be destroyed.
The items don't respawn. I think items respawn on when you're playing on the higher difficulties, because you're technically going through the game for the first time on those difficulties.
But then you look at that as saying you can destroy the bank and get free orbs compared to, or you could, if you go into the PSN store, Xbox Live store, you can get some red orbs with actual cash.
Yeah, I don't like that about 5.
Fucking microtransactions.
Yeah. Prep
Get
up
that.
before you go through that door, by the way, because this is your boss fight for the stage, Berial again. I love this.
How is he not affected by the fire?
Well, maybe because of the fact that the Dante is half human, half devil, and I think he's grown accustomed to fire by this point.
Wish you would have noticed me earlier. Now my coat's all charred.
So what's the strategy for Dante? Because I know that in Nero you had to...
weaken him in order to use the Devil Bringer on him.
Aye, but for what for Dante's, it's just the same
Pandora.
thing. Pandora.
This is your best way of getting off some good damage on him.
Okay.
Ebony and Ivory are good for small amounts of chip damage here and there as well. Swordmaster's 4-hit combo in the air is also really good as well. That actually does quite a bit of damage to his flame shield, the Ebony and Ivory spinning down a mid-air gunslinger attack.
At least you still regain health when you're in Devil Trigger.
It was nerfed slightly in this game though. You don't regain health while Devil Trigger until a few seconds have passed, which could be a major killer of your Bloody Palace runs. Yeah, once you knock him down like that, and he recovers, get away, because that will hit for quite a good amount of the area, and it will deal heavy damage. On Dante must die, it can deal up to 5 or 6 blocks of damage to you.
Would you say the bosses are a bit of a letdown because in how fast you've just taken away half his health with
That's only if you've grown accustomed to dealing with them the way I have throughout the years. Oh, this is another attack. Remember what Phantom did in Devil May Cry 1? That's exactly what the same attack actually.
Oh,
the only real danger when he causes the flames to come up from the ground like that is he might take another pot shot at you while you're trying to avoid it.
Now, I know we all hate boss rushes in games, but can you imagine if they did that for Devil May Cry 5?
I want that, actually, because I fucking hate having to go through all Bloody Palace just to fight Dante with the other characters.
No, what I'm about to say before you rudely interrupted me was that imagine in Devil May Cry 5 they always have that boss rush, but why they bring it back? But the boss rush is a rundown of every single boss in the entire series.
That would be awesome, actually. Resident Evil Outbreak File 2 does something like that, where it has the boss rush mode with the bosses from Outbreak 1.
And what if it include enemies from the reboot? When was that one that was that? What's that name of that character that's clearly trying to be Bill O'Reilly?
Bob Barbas. I don't think they'll touch the reboot when it comes to that.
You can stay and die.
This is actually the only demon I believe Dante allows to get away, or give him a choice to leave, but idiotically he decides nah.
Well, what do you expect? He's a demon.
Yeah. Because Berial didn't really do anything. He just showed up and just walked around for a bit, and that was it.
I was hoping for a bit more than just a few sparks.
Every time he spawns those guns, and then he accidentally fires a shot while he's spinning them.
Now we get our final melee weapon, Lucifer. This is a really hard weapon to use, actually. I've never been able to use it effectively.
Ooh. So you're essentially daggers with wings?
Yeah. You don't get to fly though.
Oh.
What happens is that you send out all of these rods that impale the enemy, and after a certain amount of time they blow up.
Okay.
This is one of the most dangerous weapons boss Dante can use on you at the top of the Bloody Palace and on Dante Must Die, because not only will the initial damage hit you from the attacks, these will then blow up after a certain amount of time and knock you on your ass.
What?
That rose, actually, it's one of his moves for the, I think, a style action. It causes all of the blades to blow up.
Don't look so
That's a savior, isn't it?
Yeah. Now that all the hell gates have been destroyed, Dante's heading back to confront the savior.
Lucifer.
So it's not the devil?
Oh.
Position swords around you and pierce your enemies repeatedly. No end to this endless assault of pure carnage.
So, you saw that as like press triangle 4 times, but what does he mean by the dots? Like, do nothing?
There are different combinations of where he sends them out, depending on the time between button presses, but it's very difficult to master.
So this is the closest Dante will ever get to a summon sword. I thought we were going back the way we came. We're going forwards the way Nero went.
Are we? I think I realised that I'm going backwards here.
Yeah. Wrong way.
No, Dante is on Mega Man Syndrome. He thinks going back into the room will spawn the bosses. I don't think... Well, no, it spawns enemies again, but maybe Dante thinks the bosses respawn too. He was so bored with that fight he wanted to do it again. Maybe it'd be more of a challenge. And it will be more of a challenge on the higher
There you go,
difficulties.
now you're going the right way. That's the victory screen
I
telling
just
you.
have to turn the oven off. Yeah, I love how the artwork is Pandora there, to give you a clue. Yeah, now that we've destroyed the last Hellgate, we're heading back to Fortuna.